What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Timeless Movie Podcast, episode number 16. My name is Victor Vasquez. I know in the last episode, if you got a chance to listen to it, I talked about Spider-Man No Way Home, and I considered it a timeless movie. And I thought that was really going to be the last one that I would really review a movie in 2021. But here I am, back again. One more episode, and I think this will probably be the last one. Maybe I can squeeze in one more talking about The Matrix, but that's not what we're going to be talking about. Today, we're going to be going over Don't Look Up. That's right, a Netflix film that came out on December 24th, I believe. I got a chance to go watch it. Not go watch it, really, but just go sit in my couch and watch the film as well. But yeah, wanted to really put up a review, give you guys my thoughts on the movie, whether I, really enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it, and whether really it is a timeless movie or not. So let's go ahead and jump right in to some of the specific thoughts on why I wanted to watch the movie. Well, just to start it off, I noticed that I really don't review a lot of Netflix movies. I know that there's a ton of those different types of films that come out on Netflix. They don't really get advertised as much. The last one I actually reviewed on this channel was Red Notice with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. So this is going to be the second film from Netflix that I review. And one of the reasons why I wanted to watch it was when I first heard of the cast that was going to be appearing on this film. You had names like Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, Timothée Chalamet, Ariana Grande, Kid Cudi, Ron Perlman, Cate Blanchett, Tyler Perry, just to name a few. And so that cast alone is what really wanted to make me want to watch this film. With not even knowing what the concept or the plot of the movie was going to be, it just sounded interesting when you have so many great and high caliber actors in one film. It just, it just kind of piques my interest at least. Now, an ensemble cast like that alone probably won't make a movie great or timeless, but sometimes it can get you there. What caught me off guard, though, was that I did not expect the movie to be in a comedy-style format. However, it kind of made sense because after learning about the plot, it is basically a time where two astronomers really figure out that there's a comet that's actually coming towards Earth, and it's really going to be an extinction level event where it actually ends humanity. And after watching the trailer showing those type of details, it really just highlights how Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, the two astronomers that discovered the comet, have to try to alert the world of this impending threat. Now, why I said it was a comedy style format is because really everybody that comes out in the trailer that's not Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, they're all not taking it seriously. They're kind of disregarding it, not thinking that it's actually going to be a global threat, where you even see Meryl Streep, the president of the United States, it's kind of just laughing it off. And so, again, caught me off guard. Didn't expect with so many great actors that it was going to be more towards the, maybe a dramedy. Still kind of a drama, but comedy included in it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more serious, but hey, I'll take it. I was very interested. And again, the trailer kind of hyped me up for it as well. I was also interested to see how Leonardo DiCaprio would portray his character as an astronomer. I mean, the guy has done everything in his film career. And I also wanted to see him play off of Jennifer Lawrence. She's, again, has come from great films as well, such as the Hunger Games films, Silver Linings Playbook, different ones that she has appeared in. So I was very excited for, again, the actors that were going to be appearing on this specific film. All right, now that I got a chance to actually go through why I wanted to see it and what really intrigued me, now I want to give you my overall thoughts on the film. I got a chance to watch Don't Look Up on Monday, and I gotta say, I thought the film was pretty good. Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio were definitely the two bright spots of the film. They had a majority of the scenes. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, the plot of the movie is basically two astronomers, Kate DiBiase, played by Jennifer Lawrence, and Randall Mindy, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. They find out that a comet will be hitting Earth in 6 months. And so now their task is basically trying to figure out and really convince the whole world that they need to do something about this in order to stop the extinction of humanity. To me, the overall theme of the movie was really how distracted the world is when it comes to real life threats, as well as how information can really get relayed from different sources, whether it's information coming from news or from social media. It's really just can get lost in various different translations. The entire movie was really a satire based on our reality that we live in and how we might care more about a specific breakup of celebrities than an actual event that could cause our existence to just not be here anymore. But props to director Adam McKay for portraying the film in this satirical way. Again, it's more of like a mirror of what society looks like at the moment. Now, again, it is a dramedy, so there are definitely aspects where it's exaggerated. But there are other points where you could definitely see us going down that route. One of the examples is governments finding ways to profit off of an incoming comet. Political parties using the comet to their advantage for re-elections. News channels talking about everything but the comet, and folks really just being oblivious about what's going on around them in their world. At least in my opinion, it really made me think of, us as a society and us as humans going down that dangerous path if we're not careful. The more we continue to evolve with technology and use it going forward, the more we can really just lose ourselves in different types of areas that we might not even expect, like a comet coming in and destroying our world, really. All right, now that we kind of talked about really the general plot about how it is a satire film, about how we can try to go around and avoid having a comet destroy the Earth, I want to move on to the cast. I do want to say everybody did a great job in their roles. Meryl Streep, again, I mentioned, was Madam President Orlean. She was so fun to see, just playing, again, she mostly comes out in a lot of those serious acting roles. But here she's just able to kind of flourish as a little bit more comedy sense in her different types of roles and in her career. And of course, we have Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence always delivering awesome performances. I also really dug the ending of the movie. It really contained a lot of heart, for me at least, and it made it feel very realistic. Obviously, a comet can hit the Earth, that all that kind of stuff is real. Again, the exaggerated parts about how our society would act definitely can be done up a little bit more for the film, just to kind of obviously hit on a specific point or make us laugh for a joke. But again, most of the film is very realistic, but that ending just hit me in a good spot as well. I won't go into how that ending really went down, but I will kind of be spoiling that specific item in a different segment throughout the podcast. Overall, the film did really great in portraying society and hopefully showed folks how we really need to live in the moment and cherish those times that we have on Earth, rather than really being stuck in the weeds of everyday life like social media and celebrities and political parties and all that kind of stuff. Now, again, not saying that you shouldn't enjoy those kind of things, but I really felt like that the message of the film was like, hey, you really should kind of cherish time with family and friends and make sure that you're actually living every single moment to the fullest. Because if not, look what happens. A comet can hit and then all life ends, really. And so I definitely recommend anyone that has Netflix to just check out this movie. As I had mentioned before, the cast is great. The entire kind of theme and idea of the film was really presented well. Super easy. You don't even have to drive anywhere. You just sit on your couch. If you have a Netflix account, go ahead and check out this movie, Don't Look Up. All right, now I want to go into the next segment, which is there an actor or actress's performance that I really liked? Now, with such a great cast that I had mentioned in the first segment, I really thought it was going to be a very tough choice to decide. But really, it only came down to two individuals, and it was Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio. Both played their roles really well, but I got to give it to Leo for playing Randall Mindy. His character evolved throughout the film. He started as a very nervous, verbose astronomer, trying to explain every intricacy about what was coming to Earth, versus how he ended up at the end, where he now became a very media-trained speaker. He was considered very handsome. They actually, fixed up his look as he continued to make appearances on TV. He was considered an AILF, which is basically an astronomer that I'd like to F. So the movie came up with a different term as well. I also really enjoyed that they didn't just play off the fact that Leo was a nervous astronomer. I actually appreciated that they incorporated his good looks into the film. And again, he just did everything so well and even had a nervous breakdown at the beginning of the film, before he was going to talk to Madam President Orlean. And then he has an explosion on live TV towards the end of the film where now he starts to realize that even if he tries to become media trained, even if it tries to spread all this good information, nobody really is paying attention and making an effort to stop this comet from coming. Also, with that explosion that he has on live TV, it just goes to show you that Leonardo DiCaprio is the master of having those rage moments in his films. In Django Unchained or in Wolf of Wall Street, he always has this specific scene where he just kind of rages out, and he just does so good to go really 0 to 100 as well. So I thought that was awesome for his performance. Once again, I really enjoyed his change in front of our eyes while we were watching the film. At the beginning, he really tried to not be in the spotlight of discovering the comet. He actually tried to give it off more towards Kate DiBiase's character, which was played by Jennifer Lawrence. Tried to have her take the credit for discovering the comet. And then at the end, he ends up being appointed chief scientist for the president and is considered really the person that discovered the comet, when in reality it wasn't. It was Kate DiBiase who found it. But again, it's just great to see him transform. And again, it's not just because they give him a new role or anything else in the film. His demeanor changes throughout, and he does a lot of different crazy stuff as well, which obviously impacts his family. But what more can I say? Leo kills it in every single role, and he killed it in Don't Look Up as well. All right, now I want to jump into explaining my favorite scene or moment of the film. Now, before I do that, though, I do want to throw out a spoiler warning for anybody that has not seen Don't Look Up. If you have not gotten a chance to check it out during this holiday break, make sure to just skip ahead a few minutes, as I don't want to spoil this specific part. And that scene is actually the end of the film. So once again, this is going to be a spoiler warning for anybody that has not seen Don't Look Up. Please go ahead and skip a few minutes ahead as well. Okay, hopefully that was enough time, but like I stated, my favorite scene was the end of the film. What ends up happening is Earth is unable to stop the comet from hitting. And so President Orlean ends up having a ship that is able to escape Earth and travel to the next distant habitable planet, wherever that is. President Orlean actually, which again played by Meryl Streep, asks Randall Mindy to join them. As their chief scientist, she wants Leonardo DiCaprio's Randall Mindy to join that ship and escape. And what does Randall do? He rejects the offer, and instead he wants to spend his last day on Earth with his family and have one final dinner with the people he loves. Now, I'm leaving out some very important details that lead up to that scene, but just to kind of give you a heads up, Randall ends up cheating on his wife and doing really some messed up things to Katie, but in the end, he goes back home where he belongs. He and Katie, with him as well, really made this my favorite moment. Why it was my favorite moment was because even though the world is ending and everything is getting destroyed around them, the entire family of Randall and joined by Katie is really just pretending like it's a normal day. They all prepared a delicious dinner. They sat down and talked about their favorite memories. It was really the first time in the entire film that Kate and Randall didn't have to think about the comet and convince people to get worried about it. Instead, they lived their lives, enjoyed the company that they had around them before everything on Earth was destroyed. It was definitely a sad ending, but it was really a beautiful moment that shows you, hey, even if it is the last day on Earth, you'd at least want to spend it with the people you love and just kind of laugh and have a great meal before everyone live ends. So it was such a great ending. I didn't expect that. I thought they were actually going to find a way to stop the comet from coming, but it actually made that scene and the entire movie much more enjoyable, knowing that, hey, this is life sometimes, Sometimes you can't stop those horrible moments or disaster from occurring. And sometimes you just have to live in the moment. And that's exactly what Randall and Katie did. They just kind of enjoyed that last dinner. And then, boom, everything explodes and gets destroyed. And the entire world is really extinct at that point. I thought it was a great scene. But guys, let me know what you think was your favorite scene if you got a chance to see Don't Look Up. All right, now I want to move on to the last segment, which is, does this movie have the potential to be timeless? Well, after watching the movie, I really enjoyed my time. I thought it had some funny moments, and like I stated in the previous segment, it has scenes that are filled with a lot of heart. At this very moment, it has potential, but I don't really feel the need to watch the film again. I would definitely watch that final scene just because of how emotional it gets, but I don't really need to go through the entire movie once more. I also feel that these types of satire films are cool to watch once, but not rewatchable every single year. Watching Leo and Jennifer Lawrence try to convince political members and newscasters was definitely hilarious, and seeing them react to how ridiculous everyone was to the news of an incoming comet made the movie that much more enjoyable. But I know that enjoyment would eventually wear off for me after a second or third viewing. But again, that's my opinion. I feel like that could change if I watch it more and more. However, I think as of today, Don't Look Up has the potential to be a timeless movie, but for me, it is not timeless at this moment. But what about you guys? What do you think about this film? Do you consider it a timeless movie? What did you think about Leonardo DiCaprio's performance? And what was your favorite moment of the movie? I want to know, guys. Let me know what you thought about Don't Look Up, a Netflix film, down below on the comments. I definitely want to interact with all you guys to see what your guys' thoughts were on this film. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back and listening. My name is Victor Vasquez. This has been episode number 16 of the Timeless Movie Podcast. We'll see if this is actually the last episode of 2021. But if not, I hope you guys have a great, happy new year. And we'll be in touch again in 2022. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good one.